Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be an upper bracket final match between Pinder and Glade. This is going to be a best of three. Apparently, according to the tournament organizer, upper bracket is all best of three, and then the finals of the lower bracket is best of five. So as we get into it, it's going to be Metalopolis, Pinder versus Glade. This is going to be a cracker of a match. I am Unstable, joined here by T-Gun, and you're a bit superfluous here, man, because you don't even play either of these races, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just going to be, marveling at the pretty colours. No, I have started off racing Zerg quite a bit, but not enough to know what Glade would be thinking. Then again, I don't think any of us know what Glade's thinking, so... Yeah,
definitely. But both these players pretty much powerhouses in the SCA community. Pinder has just gotten back from a break from playing StarCraft. He was going to the snow or something a lot. Wasn't really playing, and he's trying to get back into the swing of it now. Pinder from Archaic MSI esports team, doing pretty well. There, two of those players are actually in this still, so which is really good. And Glade, of course, from Team Immunity. He's his sole player in Immunity. I heard we did do an interview with him on the weekend after his Psystorm win. That they were looking at a couple of players, but I don't think he knows if anything's actually going to eventuate from that. So both these players very old. Like they both played Brood War. Glade prominently in Warcraft 3, but really they're both really standard players. They like the standard play with harass kind of stuff because it is cross positional. Glade is going to go and throw down that 14 hatch before pull, and Pinder is surprisingly putting his gateway at the top of the ramp instead of the bottom.
I don't think that makes too much of a difference, given that he'll still be able to create the one-unit choke with the Zealot as long as he puts his Cybernetics card in. It's a good enough spot. But is that just a really late gateway?
No, that was a 13 gateway. He's doing fine.
It's just so strange that this hatchery is about halfway completed when that gateway finishes.
No, that's about normal.
Fair enough.
You're just used to seeing all the 10 and 11 gates. Kind of crap.
Yeah.
So with Cybernetics
God, I need units!
Yeah. Cybernetics core is down now. He's got that Zealot coming out, so that's going to block off that. Glade, surprisingly, running away with his drone. Usually he keeps that in the base as long as possible. But he does have that overlord down here. And Spawning Pool is about to finish for Glade as well, so going to be seeing some early pressure from him, probably.
Yeah, that Zealot's only going to be out to block the ramp, I suppose, because he knows Glade will have Zerglings out to sort of fend off any sort of attack, or maybe even spine crawlers, depending on how frightened he feels.
Well, you have to get that Zealot just to be safe. Like, the Zealot time is pretty long now. By the time Pinder actually sees any lings coming out, it's going to be annoying. But Glade is getting 4 lings more for the defensive purposes than anything else. He's getting his gas. He's starting to drone both bases. So right now, with his Overlord, seeing what's going on, he's just going to sit back and drone up pretty damn hard. And there we do have a pylon at the bottom of the ramp for those who are wondering what the hell is going on here. Pinder is checking here, because you can actually block off the ramp with one pylon and a Zealot, and with a sentry behind it, it can actually hit all the things in the round. So, that's what he's doing there. In the meantime...
I really think Pinder should expand reasonably early, or else he's just going to fall way too far behind.
Well, he usually does expand pretty early. Like, the good thing about this pylon as well is you can continue a SimCity off of it. This build Pinder does
a sort of choke wall.
Yeah, this build Pinder does get owned pretty badly. There's the expansion there. I kind of wish Pinder would have waited a few seconds to kill that Ling off first, so Glade didn't know he was expanding. But we have 7 drones at once here coming from Glade, so really just powering out the drones. If we have a look here, it's 30 to 27, so Glade is now ahead in the economy, which is good to see. And he's at 42 supply to Pinder's 36. So yeah, more sentries coming out.
I think Glade's got a great advantage here, given that he went 14 hatch as soon as he saw it was cross positions, and then now this Ling's able to just poke forward and see, he's frightened by all of 1 Zealot and 2 sentries, so he's just been going hard on the drones right now.
Yeah, he's almost saturated at both bases too, which is good. The Lair's coming out now. He has a 3rd Queen that's going to be used for creep tumors. I've seen him do this quite a bit lately. He just gets the 3rd Queen only for creep tumors. That's
for anyone that follows StarCraft on YouTube, you'll see he always gets either a 3rd or sometimes even a 4th Queen. I remember in his latest game he had a 4th Queen and just had so much map control. But it's always helpful for Zerg to get extra queens, because even if you're not putting down creep tumors, you have enough for transfusion in big battles, and that's really helpful for your units.
Yeah, definitely. But we do just pretty standard macro. So this is what I meant by both these guys are very macro-oriented passive players with a bit of harass thrown in there here and there, because both of them are just sitting back on 2 bases. Pinder getting +1 attack. He is now getting another gateway. I really think he's gone too much for the economy though.
Yeah, he needed to put in some sort of harass to at least force Glade to put in more lings, rather than just letting him pretty much perfectly saturate both his bases. He's got 4 gas going. His Nat could stand about 5 more drones, but his main is... Wow, his main's actually oversaturated. Transfers and drones, so... But he is taking his third, so he'll start to see that boost in for... he'll probably create a... Wow. He's just dropped, all at the same time, 2 evolution chambers, an extra hatch, and an infestation pit all in his main, so I guess he was floating too many minerals for his liking.
Yeah, in the meantime, Pinder has dropped 4 extra gateways, so he's going to be going for the 6 gateway push. That's pretty popular now. Like, it catches a lot of Zergs off guard, because they usually keep powering drones and drones and drones, and then they start to get their tech, and by the time this hits, it hits with so many more units than they're expected to. So it's going to be okay.
Yeah, meanwhile, Pinder, Glade just getting +1 melee, +1 carapace. His infestation pit's complete, and he's just going to be relying on what looks like infestors, roaches, and lings to hold off this 6-gate push that he hasn't even scouted. He's seen the first 2 gates, but I'm not sure if he even knows this force is starting to build up with stalkers and sentries. Yeah,
he does not know anything coming there. He's been taking... That's 1 stalker. Nice choice by Pinder. They're sending 1 stalker to take the Zelnaga tower instead of his whole army. We do have Glade punching on with these stalkers here now with a few lings, but Pinder keeping a lot of his units out of the field of vision of Glade, which is a really good thing to do because he wants to catch him unaware. And here comes some infestors now, but there's just too many stalkers to be able to deal with it. He's got that 3rd hatchery in the base. He now only just does see this amount of stalkers, so hopefully we see Glade pull back. There we go, Glade is pulling back. He's getting a lot more units. Glade is currently getting hive tech. I think that was a bit of annoyance. Well, not annoyance, but I think that was a bit of a mistake versus this build order, because he definitely needs a lot of units really quickly. All he's going to have is lings and roaches. I think he's going straight for... well, and he's got investors too, but I think he's going straight for hive tech, and here we go. So we do have a push in by Pinder. Lots of roaches here coming in. Nice force for this, catches all the roaches in front. Oh my god, this is devastating for Glade. He might be caught unawares right here. There's so many stalkers in his main base. There's 46 lings on the way, but really, these stalkers are going to cause havoc. Fungal growth going on the stalkers, but they just don't have enough energy to do it again, and Glade's natural is going to fall. All these lings popping now, but there's just way too many units. Infested Terrans coming out to help in, but yeah, there's just way too many stalkers. 6 gateways being produced here for Pinder. Like I was saying, this does catch... Yeah, like I was saying, this does catch a lot of Zergs off guard, because it is a new thing that's coming out recently. So Glade is going to lose his expansion. He's probably hoping... He does have that hive up. He does not have any kind of extra tech buildings coming. He's just trying to pump lings, and I think he's going to be frustrated with himself that he missed this this scout.
Yeah, I think he was just planning to go for a really, really quick Broodlord, not Broodlord, sorry, Ultralisk type build, and given, I guess, an extra 2 minutes, he probably would have held this off, but he just didn't scout the production capability in time to muster up a force.
Yeah, so that was a good job by Pinder, keeping that tech out of line of sight for him. But I think we're going to be seeing a GG force from Glade in a second, because he's lost all his tech structures. Units in his main and his second. 20 lings are on the way. I think he's hoping that it was an all-in from Pinder, but it's actually not.
He's still got 2 full bases mining.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten the third and fourth gas. More lings coming in. Glade using all his drones as well this time. Trying to hope for some kind of miracle, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, and I guess we'll see game 2 with Pinder going in up 1-0.
Yeah.
As soon as Glade wants to GG, he's just...
What is with people tonight not GGing? Oh.
Bit of banter going on, always fun.
Yeah. Okay, so that is going to be game 1 between Pinder and Glade.